Tonight, our LEX 18 Investigates team looks into what's come to be called the revolving door of people with mental health issues in the criminal justice system. Lee Searcy asked why so many of them cycle through the system over and over again and found what's being done to try and help them while protecting the public as well.
In March, a morning walk for Sarah Boguszewski turned into a nightmare when a neighbor's dogs escaped their owner's home and viciously attacked her. She ended up with 30 bite wounds in a matter of seconds. As we've reported, this wasn't the first time the dog's owner, James Pelfrey, had been cited for these dogs and another one of his dogs running loose and attacking people and pets. But as records show, in almost every case,
I've been deemed incompetent by Eastern states.
The charges were dismissed because the courts deemed Pelfrey incompetent to stand trial.
I want to know really where the ball's been dropped because I'm about the 7th person who's been attacked.
The charges in her case were also dropped.
It was Boguszewski's story that got us wondering what happens to people with apparent mental illness who always end up in the ever-revolving door of the criminal justice system. Well, we found there are options, but there are also a lot of gaps in the system.
Laws are in place that allow for emergency detention or mandated care, but judges have been limited on what they can do. For instance, Tim's Law was supposed to allow the courts to order those with serious mental illness to get outpatient care, but language in the law made it hard to implement.
And we know that historically individuals are able to be ordered to go to inpatient care, but we cannot order them to comply once they're out of the hospital.
Jefferson County District Court Judge Stephanie Burke recently helped revise the law by expanding the criteria of who can get court-ordered assisted outpatient treatment, ultimately helping more people with serious mental illness. Burke says in 45 other states that treatment has reduced homelessness, hospitalization, arrest, and incarceration of the seriously mentally ill by as much as 75 to 85%.
If it was somebody who was in the street, with cancer, we wouldn't just dump them into the street.
And then there are programs like Fayette County's Mental Health Court, where people with nonviolent misdemeanor charges can learn coping skills and eventually have their charges expunged. To get there, offenders can ask for the program, but a judge must approve it. Prosecutor Heather Maddox.
The mental health treatment court was designed to fill that gap, and to a great extent we do. The issue there is you have to be willing to participate.
Participate and stick with it, or potentially end up in jail and back to that revolving door in and out of the courts.
Our program is entirely voluntary.
Jennifer Van Ort Hazard is the mental health coordinator for NAMI Lexington, the nonprofit that runs Fayette County's mental health court.
The premise of our program is if you're not going to choose to participate down the line, you're not likely to choose to engage, and so it wouldn't make a lot of sense for us to spend that time together.
And what about cases like James Pelfrey's, where the person is found incompetent to stand trial?
There is an ability to be able to be told you're not competent to be held, actually watch your legal charges be dismissed, and then go home like everything is fine.
While there's a hope that kind of situation would cause a person to seek mental health help, there are some who don't realize they need that help, so gaps in the system remain. Van Ort Hazard says in those cases, it can fall to the community and mental health professionals to make a difference.
And without them, again, willingly being able to engage in some sort of programming and then not crossing into that threshold of harm to self or others, they really just kind of sit in that gray area of unwellness.
For some, the revolving door continues. Lee Searcy, LEX 18 News.